Should you install Paw Patrol Grand Prix into your Xbox Game Pass library? Let's find out. Greetings, hello, welcome to the Xbox Game Pass Reviews wrap-up episode. That's right, this is the episode where we take our live streams and condense it into a nice little rounded up little review for you to condense in bite-sized chunks. However, if you do want to go check out the Paw Patrol Grand Prix live stream, which is a more in-depth review, by all means you can do that by checking out the card, and the link is in the description as well. Now, the whole point of these reviews is not to play the whole game through to completion, because I feel that you can gauge how good a game is within the first 2 to 3 hours of playing it. It's as simple as that. You want to know if it's worth your time, is it worth that hard drive space, and that's what these reviews are all about. So we're not playing it through to completion. Full disclosure there, we're not playing this through to completion. It's just enough so that you know whether it's worth your time. We cover graphics, sound, replayability, and of course, the big one, gameplay. Now, the first 2 categories of Paw Patrol Grand Prix can be glossed over, because at the end of the day, it's pretty much a kid's game. Like, there's not much depth into it. There's not much to chew within Paw Patrol Grand Prix. So let's start with the graphics. Graphics. It's a kid's game. It's colorful. It looks just like the TV show. I can't say any fairer than that. You're not going to be talking about these graphics tomorrow, the next day, weeks down the line, years down the line. They're not going to blow you away. But for a kid's game, colorful, engaging, looks like the show, exactly what it needs to be. And it's the exact same thing for sound. It sounds like the TV show. What more could a kid want? However, what I will say on the sound front is there's a lot of dialogue. So if you pick up items throughout the game and you're going through and you're picking up stuff, so you're getting boosts or you're firing out tornadoes, whatever it is, whatever item it is, there's a lot of repetitive dialogue. So if you're playing through an adventure mode, which is what we did when we were doing the review on the live stream, there was a lot of time where we heard Sky say the same lines of dialogue all the time. And it proved to be quite painful, actually, frustrating in places. But as a whole, the sound design, it's decent enough. You know, it's not going to blow you away, but it's decent enough. Okay, replayability. Quite a big one, for the most part. Now, for kids, there's tons of replayability. This is the first Paw Patrol game that split screen is actually easy to set up. I have had the displeasure of playing the first 2 Paw Patrol games that came out on Game Pass. Just FYI here, we won't be reviewing them on this channel, at least not for a while. It was a struggle to set that up for 2 players. So if you do have kids, those games, really tough. So I think it was just like Paw Patrol the game and then Paw Patrol Mighty Pups. Really hard to set it up. It doesn't really explain it all that well. However, in Paw Patrol GP, easy. If you just go in to play with friends, the option is there straight away. So if you do have kids, or if you want to play with the kids, so easy to set up, So there's a bit of replayability just based on that alone. There are a host of skins, cosmetic items that you can unlock, characters that you can unlock, so you can actually unlock the full range of Paw Patrol characters, at least up to the point of release. So I think the ones you can unlock are like Tracker, Everest, and Rex. Now, Rex is not one I've heard of, but apparently he's a pup now. But you have all those to unlock. You have the characters to unlock, you have the skins to unlock. I don't, at least not through my playthrough, there weren't any additional tracks to unlock. I believe there are 13 tracks in the game. I don't remember seeing any to unlock. So from that point of view, there isn't much replayability there. But for your kids, they can come back to this game over and over and over and over again. It's a fun game for them. It is a fun game for them. If you're an achievement hunter, I'm looking at you for this part. It's very easy to hit 1,000 game score on this game. There's an achievement to complete the game or complete adventure mode with every single Paw Patrol character available to you. That will be the hardest achievement to get in this game, but it is doable, and it probably is doable in about half a day. So if you're an achievement hunter, there is a little bit of replayability from that perspective. However, if you are me, or if you're like me, there's no replayability. I'm not going to come back to this game. If I'm being completely honest, I won't come back to this game and go back to unlock skins or anything like that. But there is replayability there for select people. Gameplay. Now, this one is important. This is the one that sells this game or sells this game short. Gameplay, very, very important for a kid's game, especially if you're like me, wanting to play this game. Behave. The gameplay, and I will stress this straight away, and I'm actually tempted to put out a video just so it's clear to anybody searching for this. There is an autopilot when you play this game, first and foremost, and it was so frustrating. It actually ruined the first 20 to 30 minutes of my live stream playing it because I didn't know how to turn autopilot off. There was you would think that it would be straight in the main menu. You just jump straight in, bang, autopilot, switch it off. Nah, that is not a thing. That is not an option. In game is where you actually find the option on the right hand side. When you pause it, press Y, you can turn off autopilot. Okay, I know it's there, clear as day. It is there, clear as day. However, I didn't see it because I was always looking on the left-hand side, looking through the options. So just bear that in mind. You want to get autopilot off because there were times where we could literally just play this game just holding the controller up in the air, and the only buttons we needed to press were items, and that is it. And we could still come first. So that is how strong that autopilot is. Perfect for kids. Perfect for kids. So if you have a child who's maybe about 3 or 4 years old, they can play this game. They can have fun with this game easily. They can easily do that because autopilot does everything for them. However, if you are me, it strips the fun. It strips the fun away from this game. So do bear that in mind. However, once we figured out that problem and we could actually play the game for exactly what it is, the gameplay is what you expect of a Paw Patrol game. It's tanky, the controls are clunky, the drifting mechanic isn't fun. I mean, naturally you'll compare it to games like Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing. Very smooth drifting mechanics in those games, multi-layered drifting mechanics in those games. It's an awkward drift. It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell, is Paw Patrol Grand Prix, for me to give to you. It's fun in places. I will give it that. It can be fun in places. There were a couple of times where we were racing along, we were on that last lap, and we were trying to cross the finish line. We had like Rocky or Chase chasing us behind us, and we were able to pip them. It has its fun moments. Don't get me wrong. It has its fun moments. But ultimately, for me, I will not come back to this game ever. And even if my kids asked, Dad, can you play Paw Patrol Grand Prix with us? We want to play it. I'm like, nah. You keep that to yourselves. I'll give you the score. So if I was to rate this game, I would give it 5 out of 10. Com si, com sa. It is so-so. It is purely okay. It's not going to blow you away. You can play it once and then never play it again. It is that kind of thing. It's not a terrible game by any stretch of the imagination. I don't want to take anything away from it from that regard. And as a kid's game, like I said, 9 out of 10 game. They will love this. But if you're an adult coming into this and you see it in Game Pass, you go, oh, let's give this a go. Even as an achievement hunter, it's going to get dull pretty quickly. Like, there isn't much depth to this. There isn't much fun to this in the long run. But I think 5 out of 10 is a pretty fair score, and that's all we can really get from this game. It's okay, it's fun, it is what it is. The question is, should you download this to your hard drive? Should you install this on your console or PC? Well, the answer is no. No, you shouldn't install or download this on your console or PC unless you have children, because your children will love this. 5 out of 10 game though. 5 out of 10 game. So there we have it. There is the wrap up of Paw Patrol Grand Prix from the live stream just gone. Again, it is in the description if you want to check out a deeper dive into my review process and what my actual deeper thoughts into the game were. As long as you can get past the 20 minutes or so where we were trying to figure how to turn that autopilot off, it was very awkward for a little while. Now, if you've enjoyed this wrap-up episode or the live stream before it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons, because we're going to be doing this for a long time. This is here to stay. We've got some big games coming up very soon to review, including, and it is October after all, Scorn, which drops in just a few weeks. And hey, hit a comment. What did you think of Paw Patrol Grand Prix? And if Paw Patrol Grand Prix isn't for you, let me know what you do want to see in Xbox Game Pass reviews. Now, until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.